It's been a while since we've seen anything of My Hero Academia, and boy do they decide to go guns blazing slightly for this new episode of Season 2. And I've got to say, one of my favourite parts of this entire episode was definitely the start of it, where we got to see Deku and seeing like, this is my story, I'll say it one more time, this is the story of how I became the world's greatest hero. And you see him, like, all the villains ganging up on him, he's like on his back, he's like trying to cover each side, and you see, although a slight spoiler into like kind of something that happens to Deku in the actual start of the series, which I was like, oh, they're just full out flat showing that scene especially, and I was like, I felt a little bit weird about that, where I was like, oh, they're just going to show that, but definitely, like, I will say the starting of My Hero Academia Season 2 was goddamn exciting, and as well, I want to talk about that new opening. I really love the one that I believe is Pornography that did the first lesson, like the day, but so far I have been mad humming that new opening and all that. I absolutely love that one. I will say that if anything, like the visuals don't really kick up and all that. It's a lot of them just, you know, like kind of training, contemplating. I definitely say like maybe like, you know, the visuals of the first opening is a little bit stronger until like you get to like the actual tournament stuff that's kind of happening. But I love this song a lot. Like the day is awesome, but I've actually been like humming the hell out of the first part of that opening, and it's just goddamn stuck in my brain, and I love it. So definitely I really enjoy that, and I think that the new ending that they got is really cute. I think the first ending is a little bit better, but let's talk about that episode straight in. So funny enough, this episode really tries to play it very safe. There's a lot of recap into the episode, which I feel is slightly like not needed when exactly like one of the episodes beforehand is that before they did with this episode Season 0, you know, with what they got to do with that is that they actually did a full recap but with some new animation involved in there. So I was like, maybe we don't need that as well, as we've already got a recap. But then as well, I think as well they're thinking about pacing, I think, because as well, like, it was confirmed that this season is going to be a lot longer than the first season. They're going to be having around about 20 plus episodes, so I'm really excited about that. So I feel like now they don't have to worry too much with the pacing. There's quite a lot of the manga out now at this point, and I feel like they have the kind of the good idea and gauge where they want to go. But then again, maybe like as well they're being told, saying, no, you can't go too far because season really. I feel like there's a lot of things that might be holding down anime, and I hope at least with Season 2 they make up a lot of the amendments and all that, you know, what was my actual issues with Season 1, because Season 1 had some amazing moments, but it really felt dragged down by its pacing. Like, it felt like if it could actually adapt more than like what sometimes it was just a chapter or like barely that at some points and all that, I feel like this show could be like on its own. And the fact is that we're setting up for a giant UA like tournament, like this what we're seeing, where all like what we've seen, all that kids and all that, this is a chance to prove themselves, to be hired by like, you know, some professional heroes. It's like they'll be scouting out ahead, they want to see some of like the fresh young competitors. But one of the things that was interesting was the way how like the bunch of the adults were still addressing kind of what happened after the end of Season 1 with Shigaraki, and talking about like how he's just like a manja, and it's just like, although it's very interesting that all the villains are like actually going to him for the most part, saying like they're uniting under one goal, and the fact that it's like someone with that much power, and the fact that he can get all like these villains and all that for the most part and all that, where they're just nothing, they're just like, you know, two-time champs and all that, but that he can get people to follow him, and that is a slightly concerning thing with the future in mind, where it's like they could be scaling up. So if anything, the episode was really good at setting some things up. Like, there was actually some funny little interactions with some of the characters as well. Like, you got to see like a little weird little quirk like that, where she's like, oh, I actually want money, but like at first she seems like really scumbag, so she's like super pumped for the fucking year, like, let's go to the tournament, I'm gonna do my best. And then turns out actually she does it for, she has a right reason to do it, because she's like, I want to do this for my mom and dad so they can have it easy, and like, you know, that's why I'm gonna get the money, and that's why I refuse to lose to that. And I was like, oh, that's actually a little bit of the sweet thing. And plus, I did miss a lot of the characters. I definitely missed out, you know, seeing like Todoroki, my boy Bakugo. I really missed having some of these characters and all that. I generally enjoy that, and I hope if anything like Season 2 makes me care about like some of the other ones. Obviously we got Frog Girl and all that, Asui, and a few of the other characters, but like definitely with Season 1, and even as well with like, you know, being caught up with the manga as well, I really hope if anything the anime flashes out some of these characters a little bit more, because there's so many characters in Class A. So I really hope they get a little more time, if anything, to shine some of those characters, because trust me, like even with them I still have the struggle of picking out some of them to be my favorite or even remembering, but some of them are like actually really enjoyable characters, and I can't wait for some of those moments. And I hope they actually get me to care about some of the others as well, which I feel like what the anime season 1 was doing very well. So I actually am very much looking forward to it. And with like, especially with like what we've seen so far, like I feel like the episode played it safe, but the amount of just like how colorful it was with the art and the anime, like what they were doing with the small material that they had, I actually generally think it was actually really an enjoyable episode, setting some stuff up. And especially with the ending as well, with All Might, is he's talking like, you got this really sad truth of that he's only able to do like, you know, transform into his muscle mode at this point and all that for like an hour and a half, setting up as well with him with the letter, with his master, from what we got to see with him, and saying like finally we saw a little bit of like a glimpse of him, like showing that he's probably going to be shown in the future. And alongside as well that, you know, it seems to like All Might's like, I want to show to the entire world, I am here. This is me. I am the successor. Like, I feel like he's trying to push Deku to be like the best that he can be, and he's like, this is your time to shine, Deku. Prove everyone like that you are the fucking man, that you are the future right now. And I kind of like that and all that. Like, All Might, as always, remains one of the best and all that. Like, he always gives me a big, dumb, goofy smile whenever I see him like in his big muscle mode, like, haha! Like when he's talking like, I'm a hero and all that. It's like, that stuff always makes me smile. And definitely, I think, as well, for when I've been off and on with, like, the Academia manga, I'm fully invested back in and all that. And I actually, maybe I was waiting for the anime to come back, because I really had a lot of fun with this episode. Even regardless and all that, with the pacing issues and all that, like, I definitely think this was a real fun episode, and I cannot wait and all that. And I definitely looked really gorgeous, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing. And the fact that they've got more episodes as well down the road, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to be doing with it. But let me know what you guys think about My Hero Academia Season 2. What was your favorite moment? What did you think about the new opening and ending? Also, as well, do you think that that's going to be around about 20 plus episodes? And a couple of other things as well. But that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.